At Slumberland Furniture, save $400 on select mattresses. Plus, get $200.
Stop that. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Let's see who's on the line. Can you guys hear me? Shalom, sis, Grammy. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, let me know. Okay, I'm getting yeses. Well, shalom, family. It's so good to see you guys here. Shalom, shalom, shalom. So who do we have in the house right now? We have Stone, the Crow's Homestead from Australia. Good day. Did I say that correctly? We have, okay, hello from Kentucky, Kylie. Hello there, darling. Hello from Massachusetts. Hi, Sheila. How are you? And Janice. I love your comments, my dear. Thank you so much for being on the comment section and communicating with me quite often. Thank you so very much. And Janice is from Arkansas. So we have Jennifer from Southern Indiana. I love you guys. Good evening. Hello from Oklahoma, Leslie. Your secret reward. Hello from South Carolina. And we got our Grammy. Hi, Grammy. Thank you guys all. Thank you so much for being here. I'm touching the screen and I probably shouldn't have done that, but please forgive me. So we'll wait a little bit for more people to come on. Shalom, 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 soul sisters. Is it soul sister? No, soul sister C. Hello from Montana. Hello, hello, my darling. Tony J. Hi. Wise one. Hi. How are you? Shalom. Leah and family. Hello from Mississippi. Good evening, Robbie. Don't hurt the harvest. Yes, I love that. No, don't hurt the harvest. Good to see you here, family. Jennifer. Let's see. We got Jennifer and Yvette, Kylie, Twig and Berry. Hi from Pensacola, Florida. KAJ Royster. I'm so pleased that you guys are joining me here. We have, it looks like 97 people in the chat so far. And I want you to put a 1 in the chat if you are nervous like I am. Who else is nervous besides me? Is anybody else nervous tonight? Or is it just me? Anybody else? Let's see. Oh, look at you guys. You'll be nervous with me, huh? I appreciate that. You know, I had quite a few you guys that were praying for me prior to coming live, and I want to say thank you very much for that. I'm not going to do all the talking. I'm going to let you guys do a lot of the talking as well. Is that going to work out for you guys? Shalom, family. Shalom. I'm sorry I'm not saying all of your names. Davida, Ann, and Holly S. B. Cyrus. Is that right? Cyrus. Jamie, Barbara, Nix, Anita, Alan, Mitchell. You know, you guys say hello to each other. We're family here. Share the love. Share the love with each other. Now, I'm using my phone here so that I can look straight at you, and hopefully, is the sound good? Can you guys hear it pretty good? I would like for you to put maybe a 2 in if the sound is good, because I don't often use the phone. So I want to make sure that the phone is okay. I'm seeing two, so that's good. So on this side of me, I have my tablet so that I can kind of keep up with what's going on in the chat. And then I have notes in front of me. So I'm going to try to keep up with everything, and I'll try to keep my focus on the camera on the phone. Okay, I'll try to do my best. So if I start, not paying attention to the phone, you guys get on me. We're family. We're family here, and I know you'll do it out of love. So I hope everyone has had a good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, depending on where you are located. And I know that I believe I saw someone that was in here from, oh, what was it? And I just heard about a snowstorm. Was it, Kentucky? You guys, is it Kentucky? You have a snowstorm headed your way? Hi, Betty from Pennsylvania, and Mama Sue from Chicago, and Teresa from Texas. Shalom, shalom. Maria from Maryland. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much, Wanda. Bless your heart. Thank you so much for the love gift. We have Ann from Northern California, and they had snow out in California too. So, wow. Okay. Well, we have 132 people in the chat right now. And if I did not say your name, just know that I love you dearly, and I'm not missing you on purpose. Hey, I see you, Susie Q. Darling, thank you so very much. You and all of your compliments, you're beautiful. Thank you so much. Freddie London, peace. He's saying peace, everyone. So love on each other in the chat. If you recognize someone from the comments section, make them feel welcome. Make them feel welcome. Kylie, Bless Beauty. I love you guys. Proverb 31 Lifestyle. Mariah, so inspirational, White. We have Cheryl Brown. So, I wanted to get together with you guys and talk about this dark winter. I did the other video and I said we've only gotten into 5 days. Well, at the time that I did the video, we had only gotten, oh, I knew I was going to do that. I apologize. I kicked the camera. Bear with me, family. But we had only gotten into 5 days of January, and we're already seeing some devastating weather conditions. And those poor guys that were stuck out on that freeway, my goodness. And then someone mentioned something in the comments section, and I hadn't even thought about it, but it's something that you really need to consider. And that was, I thought it was 14 plus hours, but I didn't really know how long. Then I heard someone say it was 20 something hours. I really don't know exactly how many hours they were stranded out there. But how do you go to the potty in a situation like that? Something to think about. Now, you can buy, what would you call it? You can buy bathroom type equipment for both men and women portable that you can put in your car. But that would still be a little different, wouldn't it? That would be a little different. So 27 hours, Cheryl? Oh my goodness. That's a long time to be stranded in the cold in your car. And, if anyone is part of the family that was out there in that traffic, let us know. Let us know that you're here with us And if you made it through that, we're so glad that you did. We're so glad that you were able to make it out of that. Um, but urinals, thank you. Who is that? Peace Be Still. I like that. But yes, that they do have them that you can buy, and they're portable, and they have them for both men and women. And you know what? I actually have one here that is in my stockpile, but it's not anywhere close by, so I could actually get it and show it to you guys. But yeah, they do sell them. Um, buy the rubber portable potty at the pharmacy. I don't think I've ever seen that, but okay, that's a good idea. You need to keep your vehicle bug out ready, and that is so true. Eaugirl. I don't know how that's pronounced. Sorry. Yes, that is very true, and they're cheap. Okay, good, good, good. Oh, that's okay. Stone the Crows, a homestead from Australia. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back. So, again, I wanted to kind of go over this dark winter that is going on. Look, my hair is doing its own thing here. It's like, okay, behave yourself. All right. So, um, Operation Dark Winter. Put a number 5 in the chat if you have heard of Operation Dark Winter, because this was something that's very, very interesting. In the chat, if you have heard of this Operation Dark Winter, tell us what you think of that. And for those that aren't aware of it, oh good, a lot of you do know what it is. This was it was done in 2021. And correct me if I'm wrong on this, you guys who know all about it. It was done in 2021, and it was and I'm not, you know what, I should have said this before we got started, so I'm going to say it now. Please, in the chat, be careful with your words within the chat so that we can avoid censorship. You know what I mean, right? So we're going to be careful about some of the words that we use. So I'll probably be using some words that hopefully we can piece together so we'll understand what the conversation is all about. But in this Operation Dark Winter, and in the description, I put a link. So if you have not seen a video that talks about it, I put a link in the description so that you can go out. If you want to go out and come back in, you can do that, so that you can kind of see what it's about. But anyways, I'll give you like a little bitty synopsis of it. It's bioteist, that's code, okay? Attack simulation. It was a simulation they did. And it was saying that a small ox breakout happened in the United States. And a lot of the situations, circumstances that they actually talk about in this simulation are eerily familiar to what we are facing today. Am I correct, family? Those of you who have seen this video or the videos that are out there, because there are a few of them, it is eerily familiar to or similar to what we are facing today. So what are you saying? 12 gauge, I think you're onto something there. I think you're onto something there. So I watched it and I was like, wow. So many of the things that were listed in there are the things that we're facing today. They talked about the breakdown of trust. They talked about the breakdown in the supply chain distribution. Are we or are we not facing that today? They talked about the breakdown in the economy, and they didn't go into the detail of this, but I'm going to mention the employment situation that we're dealing with. And here I'm gonna do a code again. And the man woman dates, if you know what I mean. And if I'm kind of losing anyone, y'all let me know, okay? I'm not trying to lose anyone, but I'm just trying to practice not saying certain words. Um, Pressures to conform, to get along. The divisions within families, some who have had the and some who have not. So, whew, we have the rising prices, we have food shortages. You know, they're not even trying to hide it anymore at the grocery stores. Have you noticed that? At one time, they were putting, they were stacking the canned goods and other items towards the front of the shelf. And, if they didn't fill it in the back because they didn't have the stock, they were still filling in the front areas of the shelves, right? And they are not doing that anymore. You go in there and the shelves are just empty. The shelves are just empty. So I'm going to get back over and look at some of the comments here because, like I said, I don't want to do all the talking. This says the fact that Detroit emergency food in boxes has been spoiled and terrible to give out the last 2 years. So I I'm afraid to say what's going to happen in a real emergency. Wow. Oh, what, really? Strawberry fields? A new pox, huh? Yes. Erica Lance, God is letting his people know. He really is. He's given us warnings. He's given us warnings, several times over, which is fantastic. That's something I wanted to ask you guys. How many of you, since you have been following me, are brand new preppers, brand new people who have begun to put canned goods to the side and other supplies to the side since you have been following me? How many of you guys are brand new preppers, newbies? Are my newbies? I would love to hear. Put a 4 in the chat if you're one of the newbies, so that we can welcome you to the prepping family. Thank you so much, Ann Cameron. Bless you for the love gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jatina, good. Kylie, good. Clevine, good. Chiquita, look at all of the brand new prepping family members who are with us today. See, when the Father gives us warnings and we heed them, He will cover and provide. So what you don't have, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Stone the Crow's Homestead, thank you so much for the love gift. Bless you guys. But don't worry about what you don't have. If your heart is in it and you don't have the funds, the Father will some way make a way. He always does. He always does. But on the other hand, if you have it and you can put things to the side, just know that you may not just be putting those items to the side for you. The Father may be using you to bless someone else. And, He's going to make sure that we're all taken care of, all of His children. He is going to make sure of that. Absolutely. Right? Every day buy something. Cheryl, that's correct. That is very correct. Oh, thank you so much. Kylie says that she's learned a lot from me. I really appreciate that. Reese's Organic World, welcome. I'm so happy to see you. Meta, forgive me if I mispronounce your names. Forgive me, please. I love you all. You know what I used to tell my husband? Well, I still do every time, every now and then. When I do something that somewhat of a mistake, I say to him, I love your knees. I love your knees, so he won't get upset with me. He doesn't. He's a good man. But so if I mispronounce your name, I apologize. I love your knees. We're family. And you guys are kind of stuck with me for now. Okay, so what do we have in the chat here? Yes, generally we do have to stay faithful. We really do. We have to remain faithful with our prayers. We have to remain faithful with our reading of the word. We really do need to remain faithful. And I know that there probably are some folks that are on the chat that are not so much into reading the Bible and not so much into the faith. And that's okay. That's your free agency. I'm sorry, I've got this little bug here. Sorry about that. But that's your free agency. And we're not gonna get on you for that. Oh my goodness. Can you guys see it? We're not going to get on you for that because that is your free agency, and we all have free agency to do, do what we will. Um, but know that the Father loves you anyhow, and we do too. So, we have Co-Korean 74 is new here. Love on her and welcome her to the family. Anyone else new here in the family? I'm looking at the chat, and I'm sorry, I'm a little behind. It goes by so fast. Eve, new beginnings. Welcome tonight. Let me see. And it's very, very nice to chat with you, Eve. And you're very faithful with your comments, and I really appreciate you too. So thank you so much. You strolled past twice and came right back. Is that how you got to us? Oh, that's good. Okay, Kroger's has 10 for 10 pasta and potatoes. So if you're stockpiling, Kroger's, this is Cheryl Mullins says Kroger's has 10 for 10 pasta and potatoes. So, if you're going out shopping, that might be something you might want to add to your list. Been prepping, the good life has been prepping since 2013. Reese's Organic World, yes, I like the idea of you said you love the idea of keeping Bibles in the car or your backpack. Yes, that's you never know when you're going to need it. You never know when you're going to need one. Thank you so much, John. That's John Wright from Arkansas. No, it says this is Regina. So this is Regina, I'm assuming, right? Regina from Arkansas. Arkansas. I don't know why I said Arkansas. And she loves listening to me. Thank you. I was born in Arkansas. I'm going to go back a little bit. I know I'm off subject, but bear with me, people. Bear with me, family. I'm off subject, and I'll get back on it real quick, but give you a little information about me. I was born in Lake Village, Arkansas. And I was born, believe it or not, in a house and not in a hospital. So I was delivered in a house by a midwife. That's, old school, right? Old school. Hello, Tom Goss. You're new to the channel. Love on Tom, everyone. Love on Tom. Welcome to the family. And Graham is the one with the wrench in the chat. She is the sister that I was telling you about that has some has videos on. She has a channel. Let me start all over again. She has a channel, and she's the one that I was telling you about with the natural remedies. So if you have natural remedies, visit Grandma. She has a video up, and she's asking people to put natural remedies in the comment section. So she's the one that has the wrench here, and she is part of the family. So thank you, Grandma, for helping me out tonight. Well, before I go back into the subject matter, let me know, family, if you are getting irritated with me for going off subject, and let me know. Um, First, let me know if you're getting irritated with me for going off subject because I am like all over the place and I apologize. So put a number 2 in the chat if you have had it up to your eyeballs with me already. If I don't see it, if I don't see the 2 in the chat, then I am going to. Oh, you know what? Grandma Ya has put a link to her video in the chat, so that's good. So that way you can get to it. Very good, very good. I don't see a 2, so I love you guys. I do. I just truly love you guys. You have been such a blessing to me from the very beginning. You have been such a blessing to me. So, and I said I was going to get back to the subject. So, if you look at the video for the Operation Dark Winter, you will see that it's similar to what's going on right now. So, someone said that they thought of it as a plan. You know what, right? Planned. You know what? So I won't say the whole thing, and makes you wonder, right? Makes you want to scratch your head and say, what's going on here? So, again, I'm going to go down and say they mentioned the breakdown in the trust, the supply chains. I'm not going to go down that list all over again because we mentioned that, talked about it. And then food shortages, I think I stopped there. There are other restrictions that we're dealing with, and then the lockdowns. And how many of you guys believe that we will probably have another lockdown in the near future? How many of you guys believe? Yeah, that's it, 12 gauge. Yes, exactly. Oops, I'm sorry, did it again. Me and this camera. I'll get used to it. I will. I promise. Yeah, you think we will, right? We will. You can kind of sense that it's coming. You really can. That we're going to be dealing with this all over again. Restrictions. So in addition to that, we are dealing with the extreme weather conditions with the snowstorms, hailstorms. We've had the high winds. We've had quite a beginning for January, haven't we? Quite a beginning. Oh, are they? Your girl, EU girl. They're shutting down things as we speak, here as we speak. Wow. You know, I do believe I heard someone say in my area that in order for you to go now to one of the restaurants, and I'm in Illinois, in our area, I do believe I heard someone say in order to go to one of the restaurants and actually sit in, you have to show proof that you've had, you know what I mean, right? So if you haven't, then you cannot go and sit and enjoy a meal that way. So they are already starting to roll out the restrictions. Are you guys, I know, where's my Stone? The Crow's Homestead. You guys have already been dealing with so many things that are just kind of unreal. And I've been praying for you guys. I have really been praying for you. Stone, the Crow's Homestead is in Australia. And she says, no bread, Is there no bread flour in the shops? And today trucks didn't make it in. Oh, okay. So she's saying, yeah, get bread flour. So there's something to add to your list. Bread flour. Yes, I believe there will be additional lockdown. Hello, Cheryl Brown. Been quarantined? The O? It's pronounced O girl. O girl. All right, O girl. I apologize. I'll try and remember that. O girl. I like that. O girl. Thank you, honey. And in Texas, it's like the summer. It's like summer, Cheryl. Oh, meaning water. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Okay, so what am I missing about what is, they called out the National Guard where you live? What was the reason for that? Wake up, my people. Wake up, my people one. What was the reason for that? Oh, yes, I know that you did, Cheryl. I know you abbreviated. I knew what you were talking about, though. Hello, Lakeisha. Shalom, sis. Good to have you here. Warm again in Houston. Okay. It's cold in East Texas. Well, I want to go down the list because I want to mention Texas from last year. So I'm kind of going off a little bit. So in addition, that's part of it though. We were talking about the extreme cold weather, right? And so I'm hearing also that the extreme cold weather could lead to emergency rollouts, rolling blackouts again. And I know they did that before. And so they're saying that it could lead to emergency rolling blackouts in not just one area, but they're saying several areas. So there are some things that the energy companies suggest. What can we do? What can we do to try to help prevent these rolling blackouts? Um, Here are a couple of things, and then I'm going to go to the next subject. But they were saying one of the things that they said you could do is you could set your thermostat, set it to 68 degrees. You can unplug your non-essential appliances when you're not using them. You can avoid using large appliances if you don't have to. And you can, to keep the heat in your home, you can close your blinds and your shades. These are just a few things that you can do as a whole. If everybody would kind of pitch in and do some of these things, then it would lessen the stress on the energy that the energy companies have to try to get out to everyone. So it's like, okay, if everybody did their part, hopefully it could possibly reduce the amount of rolling blackouts or eliminate them altogether. Does that make sense? Okay. So, and they were saying that, okay, so when the system fails, then you end up with a complete power outage. And I've got a couple videos out there where I talk about what to do in the event that we lose power. We have a complete power outage. There are things that we can do. And if you want to, and I see that Healthy Mind Counseling and Nutrition, you say wood stoves for the house is dangerous. You can put suggestions in the comment section to help your brothers and sisters out here. If you've got some great ideas, if you know, whether to be safe or great ideas on items that you can kind of pick up to help family members during a outage, you can go ahead and put those in the comment section here or in the chat section here. Get a portable cylinder stove. It's affordable. That's KAJ Royster. Thank you. Also have a tent that you can set up in your house so that you can heat a smaller area if you have to. That is correct. Thank you, 12 gauge. Bumblebee, Bumblebee. Bumblebee. Good to see you here. Shalom, shalom. From North Florida. Okay? Very good. You can get mini gas stoves that comes with gas canisters. Delvernette, Madeline, good to see you here too. Thank you. Get hot water bottles. That's a good one. Yes. I have a little teeny tiny one, and then I've got a couple of the regular size ones. That's very good. Hello, shalom, happy girl. Welcome on board. Peanut butter is a good food item. But you know how many calories are in that peanut butter? I love peanut butter. And it wasn't until I was trying to lose weight that I realized that peanut butter had a lot of calories in it. And so I have to kind of limit myself when I do the peanut butter. But you know what? In an emergency, you will eat what you need to eat. Remember that. In an emergency, you will eat what you need to eat to survive. And by the way, I look bigger than I really am in real life. The camera really does add pounds to you. How many of you guys know that that is the truth? So, what have you guys heard? Have you been watching the news? What have you guys heard about wars lately? Other than, you know, what I've said, maybe some of the other YouTube creators have been talking about it also. So let's talk about war. How many of you guys think that that's the direction that we're headed in? Yes. Yes. Well, you know what? Oh gosh, I better stay off the camera then. Rise and shine. It's okay, baby. It's okay. I'm in this on this camera, pounds and all. It's okay. Yes, sadly, Strawberry Fields. Welcome, honey. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I really do believe that we're headed in that direction. It's like it just seems like things are just lining up. Am I right? It just seems like things are just lining up in that direction. Yeah. And Bob, you say no, huh? You think he'll just give it away? He'll give the house away? War is imminent somewhere. Okay. War against ourselves. So, you know, it makes me wonder if that was part of the, you know, when you started hearing in the news that we were going to have a dark winter, it kind of made me wonder what was all included in the scenario of why they were saying the powers that be were saying that we were going to have a dark winter. Was it? Oh my goodness! I'm gonna do. Sorry about that, guys. Was it just because of the 19, the C-19, or was it because they anticipated other things coming down the pipeline that we weren't privy to? So it really makes you kind of wonder. So this is the second one that has said something about the pox. That's an old disease. I'm thinking, are they planning on bringing that one back? Because that's the one that was used as in the simulation for the 2020 simulation of Dark Winter. That's what it was in that, that simulation of the bio attack. So I keep seeing people mentioning it. Has that been in the news? I've not seen that specific one in the news. We've got the other ones that are out there. And then I just heard of, well, the other day I was saying that the one that starts with the F and ends kind of like the beer, the combo, that one. And then I found out yesterday that that one was supposedly found in Israel. And now they're talking about one that was found, a new one found in France. At least that's what I read. So it's crazy. I'm reading through again. Okay, Shelley. I hadn't heard that one. Hmm. It's called, oh, that's what it is. Okay. Coco Rian, Coco Rian 74. It's now called monkey something. Okay. I've heard that and I just didn't know what that was. Okay. That's good to know. I'll look that one up. TB on the rise. The old diseases are coming back. Okay, I'm going to go off subject again one more time. Okay, have you guys heard that they found an embryo of a dinosaur that they can pull the DNA from? Have you guys heard about that? And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because these old diseases that are making a comeback. No, you haven't heard? Oh, yes, it's out there. So look it up. So they found, yes, on a dinosaur. Here's my thought on that. Okay, now I don't really know. I'm not a scientist or anything like that. But here's my view on that. They're gonna monkey around with it. They're going to pull the DNA from it or what have you. Try to recreate this animal, and I think they're going to play around with it enough that it will, if they can create it. We don't know what kind of diseases or what kind of whatever may be attached to these animals that we are not familiar with. And if they bring one to life, it could be the death of us based on its biology that we're really not all familiar with. Does that make sense? What I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? It's like we would be playing with an unknown factor. We're playing with our lives, life and death, and we don't really know what you're messing with the unknown. And I'm not that curious. I don't have to see a dinosaur face to face. I'm not that curious because we don't know what we're going to be bringing back. But that's just me. Aerial Productions, you want me to cover my head? Why? Is that what you're telling me to do? Cover my head? I have my I've got my scarf just in case I do need to. Yes, they have been messing with the DNA for quite some time. Oh, really, Bob? I didn't know that it came from mice. Is that what they're saying in the news now? That the O came from mice? Hmm. Yeah. We're messing with too many things that, and I believe this is what was going on in the days of Noah, because it does say in there that we were doing things with birds and other animals, and it makes you wonder, well, why would he mention birds and all these other animals that they were doing things with that were ungodly, they were sinning with them? So here we are all over again with the, when I saw that, I said, oh my goodness, here we go. They're trying to play God, gonna have something, they're gonna create something that they're not gonna be able to handle, and God is gonna have to intervene. He's gonna have to step in. Reese's Organic World, that is correct. That's one I normally cover. That's normally when I cover. But to each his own. I'm not one of those that will, get on someone for how they decide to cover or not cover. It's not a sin to not be covered. It's a tradition, so it's not a sin. So whether they want to or not, it's up to them. I am expressing my free agency, and I don't have one on right now because I'm not doing either one of those things. So it's okay. And have you guys heard about the Great Exodus? I've read today that the Great Exodus is meaning people, from the Census Bureau. They reported between 2020 and 2021 that many people, by the thousands, were leaving certain areas here in the United States. I don't know about any of the other countries, but here in the United States, they were leaving, specific areas by the thousands during 2020 and 2021. And I'm going to name some of the places that they were leaving by thousands, like Washington, D.C., California, and even where I live, Illinois. People were just packing up and they were leaving. And so when I say thousands, listen to this: 319,000 folks left New York. That's a lot of people. 261,000 left California. 113,000 left Illinois, moved elsewhere. They moved elsewhere. So where did they go? Where are these people going to? Well, Texas gained 310,000 people. Florida gained 211,000 people. And some of them went to Vermont, South Carolina, West Virginia, Tennessee, Montana, and Idaho. So we have a great exodus that has taken place and still taking place. People are still moving around. So what are your thoughts on that? Are they? I know some people are saying that it's political. Some people are saying it's because of the different regulations and restrictions because of the C-19 and such, that people are moving to areas where they're not so restricted. What do you guys think? All of the places that people flocked to in the earlier decades, you might be right. Kahalia. Yah is calling his people out. Yeah, I believe that too. And I think also, if you can, I believe some people are actually moving to locations where they're uh, a little distant from the cities. And I think they're doing that because I believe they realize that we're coming to a point in time where crime is going to increase. You're going to have more shortages within the cities, city limits, going to the grocery stores and such. And if you're out in more remote locations, you can begin to grow your own food. You can become more self-sustaining in your survival, in your planning for survival. Let's put it that way. So, yes, buy land, plant, be self-sufficient. I would, I hear so many of you guys that come on and say, "Oh, I would love to be your neighbor," and I would love to be your neighbor too. It would be wonderful if we could, have a plot of land. And I know that there are some folks that are on the chat right now that are part of communities that are doing just that. But it would be so nice if we did have some land that we could go to and we could call our own, and it would be a haven that all like-minded people could be safe at, especially when we know that the stuff is going to hit the fan. So, I mean, it's a thought. Someday we will be together. Someday we will be together. So anyhow, let me get on here. Mrs. Matthew, welcome. Shalom. So I did have a couple of scriptures that I wanted to read, and I won't keep you too long tonight. 1 Peter 1:13, and it says, "Therefore prepare your minds for action." Because if we're having a dark winter, if we're preparing for a dark winter, we want to be ready. And I think that most of you guys are. I think that you guys sound like you are, putting things to the side. It sounds like you guys are aware of some of the items that you need in order to provide light. If you need light, you've talked about, I've seen you guys in the comment section talking about heaters, stoves, the types of stoves that you need to have that you could cook on in case you do not have electricity. So I think that a lot of you guys are prepping, and probably a lot of you have been prepping for some time now. And I know that we have our newbies on here, and so they're taking notes from you guys. So if you're putting information in the chat or in the comment section, our newbies are probably paying attention to that. So I appreciate everyone who helps out in the family, because I can't remember everything, and there are things that I don't know. So you guys are helping me as well. Okay. So 1 Peter 1:13 says, "Therefore prepare your minds for action. Keep sober in spirit. Fix your hope completely on the grace to be brought to you at the revelation of Jesus Christ," who I call Yesiah. And many of you guys call him Jesus Christ. I call him Christ too, Jesus Christ as well. Our Savior. And Ezekiel says, therefore, Ezekiel 14:6 says, "Therefore say unto the house of Israel, Thus saith the Lord God, repent and turn yourselves from your idols and turn away your faces from all your abominations. With repentance comes freedom, peace, restoration, and right standing with the Father." And we want that because we want to assure that we're on the same page with the Father. Okay, so we want to get into repentance because we want to know that when things go down and things are dark, that He's got our back. And then Psalms 91, 1 and 2. Let me share that with you. I love all of Psalm 91, all of it. So if you get an opportunity to read it, read all of it. But I'm gonna share this part 1 and 2 with you, and then I'll probably share a little bit more. But anyways, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust. So we will not fear what is to come. We don't have a need to fear because we can count on His promises. And that's one of the reasons why I say repentance brings us all together and we're on the same page, because once you repent, then you are free, you're clean. And the Father cannot really abide around sin. So we want to be clean. We want to be free when we go to Him. And we can go to Him and trust in His promise. We can trust in His promise to cover us, to protect us. Once we have entered into repentance. So take comfort this winter season. You do not, none of you do not have to fret. You do not. Psalm 91, 9 through 11 says, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague, CV 19 or any of the rest of them, come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. So, no need to fear. Accept your coverage. Dark winter, no fear. Whatever comes our way, we have coverage. No need to fear. Now, I've been missing what was over in the chat. What am I missing? You guys are talking amongst each other. Okay. You are not alone, 12 gauge. Not alone at all. We are in this walk together. You are not alone, darling. Never. We are in this together. And I am thankful for every one of you who reach out when you see a comment, and I've seen you do it. I love you guys for it. When you see a comment from someone that you need to reach out to in your heart, you feel it just like I do. And you reach out to your brothers and you reach out to your sisters in love. And I am so grateful for you doing that, because we are in this together. We're not going to make this walk alone. We can't. We need each other. We really do. Once we get that in, we get that settled in our hearts, that we're all on this journey together. Once we get it settled in our hearts that we are connected, it's very difficult to hate what you're connected to. If you love yourself, it's very, very difficult to hate someone that you call brother, hate someone that you call sister. It's very difficult to do that. So love, you hear me say it all of the time. Love, love, love. We must love one another. We have to let go of the differences. We don't look alike. We have to let go of those differences, because when we get to the new kingdom, the new Jerusalem, there will be people from all nations. There will be people from all nations. Israel will be there. There will be some Israelites that will not make it because they're going to remain in their wickedness. You're going to have some Germans that are going to be there. You're going to have some Irish that are going to be there. You're going to have some that are Korean. They're going to be there. Some that are Chinese, some that are Japanese, some that are Nigerian, some that are from Haiti. They're going to be from all walks of life, and they are our family. If the Father says that they are family, they are family. In the Bible, it tells us all nations, people from all nations will be saved. We are family. We're on this journey together, and we need each other. So when people come on and they want to divide us and they want to, say evil things, then it's on them. We are going to continue in love because that's what the Father told us to do. That's what the Father told us to do. So I'm back to reading some of the comments because I probably missed so much. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. I did get a little over some of my nervousness. I'm still a little nervous. You probably can tell. No, you know what? I see what you said. I am awake. Build your ark, everyone. You know what? The ark right now, we're boarding that ark right now. All of us. Akita's Garden, you want us to know that your faith is Muslim? That's your free agency. More power to you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Again, the ark, I was saying the ark. We're boarding that ark right now. Everyone who has the love for the Father and love for his neighbor, who are following the commandments as he said for us to do it. We're boarding that ark right now. There is a separation going on. I don't know if you guys have been feeling it or not, but right now there is persecution going on. And put a 5 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. There's persecution. The enemy is attacking right now. And he's attacking right now different people on a personal level. He's attacking on a physical level. He's attacking within the families. He's trying to break the families up. His time is short, and he knows it. His time is short. And so he is persecuting the saints. He's persecuting the people of Christ. And we can't let him win. You know what makes him just angry and he just loses it? Is when he sees us loving one another. It absolutely makes him go mad because that is the one thing that ties us all together with the Father, is our love for one another. We must remain in love. We cannot be sidetracked. So operate in love. If you operate your day from day to day in love, in the people that you come in contact with, your family members, if you operate in love, the Bible tells us that if you resist the devil, that's one of the major ways that you can resist the devil, is to show love to other people. Show love, charity, give. Because when you give of yourself, and it doesn't always mean that you give money, you give your time, you give your love, you can give a compliment. A compliment is giving. So if you can brighten one person's day, that's showing love. We can do this. the other thing that really makes him mad is he wants you depressed and downtrodden. Put on some worship music that's uplifting and worship your Father. Worship the Messiah. Worship. Worship the Holy Spirit. Worship, 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 worship. Put some worship music on and just praise. And just praise. And I probably, got caught up and said something that wasn't proper, but I'm human. It's just letting you know that I'm not perfect. I said it before. I'll repeat it. I am not perfect. Although my husband sometimes he thinks I am. I'm just joking. But yes, we need to put on the whole armor of God. Wanda, that is correct. And if you see what I put in the community section, I did highlight the verse that talks about putting on the whole armor, and I have an image out there of a woman in the armor, in some armor. And so, yes, we do need to put on the whole armor of God. But if you're depressed, if you're feeling low, if you're feeling lonely, put on some worship music. The worship music, you can't be low and you can't be down if you're worshiping the Father. If you're feeling His love on you, it's almost impossible to be down when you are loving on Him. So, are you guys ready for me to end this live? You know what? Is Media Truth Flow on right now? If she is, hi, hon. Hi, my darling. I will give you a wrench the next time, because right now I'm on a different what do you call it? A different channel, and so I can't do it from here. I would have to do it. Okay. I'm confessing. I didn't know how to go live in two different from my phone and my tablet. So that's my confession. I'm still new at this. I'm still learning. So, Wanda, Alston, thank you. I'm trying to do my best. I really am. Wanda, you said I did very well. So nervous. I am not a camera person. I'm not an outspoken type of person. Can you tell? I really am not. So it's a little bit of a struggle for me to do this. It really is. But I love you guys so much that I do want to spend time with you. And there are times when, and there are a few of you that have wanted me to, to be able to talk on the phone with you. And forgive me for this, but I want to try to keep my family a little private, if you will. I'm going to see how I can work that out so that we can do that, okay? Because I don't want to deny anyone, but at the same time, I know that there are, I have to be careful. We all have to be careful. So that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to be careful. But I really love the idea of being able to come on here, and although I'm missing some of the comments in the chat, I really enjoy being able to communicate with you guys, reaching out to you. I'm very, very grateful for the YouTube platform to be able to do that. You guys are so sweet and so kind, and I'm so happy that you love me. I'm just so happy that you do. KAJ Royster, thank you. I love you too. Oh, Teresa, 28th. Thank you. I'm trying. I really am. I'm just very shy when it comes to being on camera. I'm just doing, just doing the best I can. I prayed beforehand, and then I said beforehand that some of you guys were praying for me as well. And you know what? Before I get off off the chat, I love you too, Latricia Walker. I love you guys. Keep the shine, sister. Thank you, Rose. I will try. Dog Mom, I love you too. Sheila Harris, I love you as well. Media Truth Flow, you know I love you, darling. Erica Lance, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. You needed me tonight. Thank you, Bob. I love you. I love you. You've been with me for a little while now, and I appreciate you, Bob Bissell. I do. Macy Gray, I love you. I love you too. Yes, but I wanted to say because I get started on something and then I get sidetracked, and so I don't know if in my later years if I'm developing what is it that the kids say, um, my kids have accused me of having what is it where you are on one track and then your mind goes someplace else. I'm kind of like the fish in Finding Nemo, Dory. Is it Dory? Dory? Dora? I'm kind of like her sometimes. But I want to say to you guys, there are family members that are part of our channel. And I say our channel because this is our channel. It's called This Is Me, Mary C, but this is our channel. But there are family members that are part of our channel who are battling cancer. And I did post one, Kathy and John, and there's a new gentleman that I spoke with today. And if you're watching, I just want to tell you that I love you. I love you. I love you. And hang in there. But family, put some prayers up tonight and tomorrow. And as long as you can remember to do it, put some prayers up for our family members who are battling cancer. And I know that there are others of you that are battling other things as well. So just put a prayer out there for the family, for whatever medical needs or whatever health issues that they may be having. We don't know all of the names, but we don't have to have the names. The Father knows. He knows who needs these prayers. But we need to pray for our family. And if there's anything else that I should be mentioning that you guys would like for me to talk about, I will do that. I will do that as well. But pray for your family. I pray every day. I do. I pray faithfully for this family. I do. And I appreciate all the prayers because I see that you guys are praying for me too. And I can tell. I can tell. And I really appreciate it. So again, unless there's something else that you guys want me to discuss tonight, if there is, put it in the chat. I'll give you a few minutes, and we can talk about it. If not, I'm gonna give you a few minutes. I'm not gonna just cut out on you. Okay, so we got Asa, Mama, whatever your name is. There, it sounds like that looks like that's what do you call it? Spam or what do they call them? Oh, my email address is and it's in the description, guys. It's at the bottom of the description of this video and all of the other videos. But it is M as in Mary, C as in my last name, HEFFER, the number 1 at gmail.com. Yes, a troll. Thank you. See, I tell you, sometimes words evade. I just can't think of what the words are. A troll. Yeah, there's a troll in here. I see it. But you know what? Grammy has done a fantastic job of making sure that everything was flowing and going really well. And I really appreciate my sister, Grammy, for what you have done. You are amazing. Thank you. I love you, my darling. Okay, Sheila Harris wants us to talk about fasting. What would you like to know about fasting, Sheila? And for all of you that have to go right now, you can go ahead and go if you need to. I don't want to keep you. But Sheila is asking about fasting. Fasting is it's an amazing thing to do, and it shows your dedication and your love for the Father. and this is just my opinion on it, okay? Um, but fasting, you fast when you want breakthroughs on certain things from the Father. You can fast. And a fast, it means different things, because a fast doesn't mean that you go, I have done a fast, truth be told. Back in my younger days when I was, able to do this, I couldn't do it now. I could with the Father's strength. I don't want to say I couldn't do it now. It would be difficult, but I could probably do it. But I did a 21-day fast, and I only took in water and some juices, and that was it. And I did it for 21 days for a breakthrough, and it was amazing. I think after I reached my seventh day, it was like it was super simple. After I reached that seventh day, I don't know what it was for me, but for that seventh day, I was not hungry, and I was attuned into the Father, and I did 21 days during that time frame. But I've also done a fast where the fast was just I would eliminate eating breakfast, and I would eliminate eating the lunch, and I would only eat at dinner time. And so it's a partial fast. So it depends on what you're looking to do and gain from the fast. Um, I would say, because I'm not really an expert on it, I'm only speaking to how I've done it. I would say probably look it up. The fast is mentioned in the Bible, but again, I'm not an expert in that area. But I would say look it up. And if anybody in the family can add to what I've just said, that would be great. That would be great. Thank you, Grandma. Yeah, that is my email address. That is great. Yeah, and some of it is you can fast from, or abstain from eating meats, let's say, or you can abstain from eating solid foods and only do liquids. So a fast can be done several different ways. Oh, girl, that's correct. What we as a family can do is to help provide for others, namely a food pantry for the individual neighborhoods where we are currently reside. And the other thing is this: if you live in an area and you know some of the elderly in your area that you can help out, many times they can't prep like you can. If there is an elderly, if there are elderly residents within your area that you can help out, reach out to them, especially during this cold season. Reach out to them and see if there's things that you can do to help them out as well. So we don't want to forget our elderly, and we don't want to forget anyone who has disabilities as well. Because and I want to say, if there's anyone on the line right now tonight that and you're dealing with disabilities, don't feel like you can't prep, or you can't plan, or that you're not important in all of this, because you are. You are very important in all of this with the Father and with the rest of the family. And I believe that when it gets to the point where we actually have to move or leave or flee for our safety, that the Father will provide a way for each and every one of us, regardless if we have a disability or not. And He will also make a way for you to help others. We need each other. And I can't stress that enough. We need each other. You may have a skill or even know something that someone else in the family doesn't know, or doesn't have that. We just don't have that skill. And there's one other thing I wanted to say now. Okay, I'm missing it again. Thank you, Melody McMinn. I love you too. You're prepping for children in your area. Janine, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Thank you. And welcome to the new people that have come on board and joined the family. And I see that the family is helping David Gathe. I didn't see what you wrote, David, but I'm very grateful that the family is reaching out to you and loving on you. And we will pray for you. And again, I pray for everyone. Pray, fast, and get baptized, family. That's correct. That's right, Grandma Yah. And in my description area, you will see a list of different things that are in there. And one of the links on in the description area is a group of wonderful people who can provide the service of baptism. So you can look that up if you have need for it. And I just want to, if there aren't any other things that you guys want to discuss, did I miss something? It's okay, Melody McMinn. Uh, a little is a lot. It's more than nothing. So you are doing wonderful. Just keep at it. And if you can't, do what you can, and the Father will do the rest. Thank you for everything. Couponing and saving with Sandra. Thank you very much. I love you guys. Genuine prayer and repentance. Yes. Which books do I recommend reading? Go out to, now there's also a link in my description that will take you out to Amazon. And I believe it's called, so let me see. It's called Soul and go out. There's a link. Okay, there's a link that will take you out to Amazon because that's where I get a good portion of my books from. Um, and I have a list of some of the books that I have at home here that I read that are on that link. So if you click it, and then there's some categories, and one of them is Spirit and Soul, I believe it might be called. And inside there are books, and I'll keep adding to it. I don't have all of the books that I read out there, but I'll keep adding to it so that you have a list of some of the books that I might share on the videos. So go out there and click on that link and go over to the Amazon store, and you'll see the list of books that I read. Now, of course, my number one book that I recommend is the Bible. And I generally will read the King James version of the Bible, but the Bible is my number one book, my number one go-to book. But I do have others that I love to read. I'm okay with kind of stepping outside of the box, so I don't have the fear of reading, different books because we've been told by man, oh, to stay away from them. If what I'll do is I will go to the Father and ask for his assistance on what I should read and what I shouldn't read, and to protect me if I am going in a direction that I shouldn't go in, and guide me. So I love books. Yes, my number one book is the Bible. Well, hello, Tiana. Hey, she says, hey, TT, love you and so proud of you. Thank you, my darling. That's my niece there. And when I say that's my niece, now you guys know that some of you are calling me mama, some of you are calling me grandma, some of you are calling me sister, and that's fine. But in this particular case, this is actually a blood relative that is saying, hey, TT to me. So, and I'll tell you another little secret. Not a lot of my family members know that I'm doing this. And so it's funny because the videos, you guys have been commenting and loving on me so much that these videos of mine have been popping up on my family members' feeds, and they weren't following me beforehand. So, and then they see my face, and it's like, oh my goodness. So I was kind of shy to tell the family that I was my blood family. I mean, that I was doing these videos. So it's good to see you here, darling. It's good to see you here. So that's another confession you guys got from me tonight. Oh, thank you, Simply Clean. Did I pronounce that right? I hope I did. It's Simply Clean. You have such a sweet spirit. Thank you. God bless you too. Thank you so much. Oh, we another hint, another tip here. Aldi's, no, it's Aldi. Aldi has 49-cent canned vegetables. Are they always at 49 cents though? Or did they reduce it? Because Aldi is they're pretty reasonable. Yes, buy a manual can opener. Josephine, that is correct. I have a video out there that talks about some of the manual or hand crank tools that you can use in the kitchen. So be sure to check that out. Okay, very good. Dibba, very good. I'm a reader too. I love reading. Okay, are we ready to call it a night, my dears? Melody. Oh, isn't it wonderful that we can listen to it instead of reading it sometimes? That's wonderful because I'll listen to it while I'm doing other things. I will listen to the Bible, or I'll listen to other YouTube channels like my dear sis Grammy Yow while I'm doing other things as well. So yeah, that is good that you can do that. Yes, learn how to make bread. I have a bread machine, Bob, that I haven't used in years, and I plan on bringing that out, and I plan on testing out some new recipes with that pretty soon. I do. I do. I need to do that. Because I mean, there's nothing like a house that's filled with the smell of fresh baked bread. Am I right? Well, again, I want to say I love you guys, and I really appreciate you coming out here and hanging out with me. I really do. And we'll have to do this again sometime soon. Yeah, I maybe if I do it enough times, I won't be so nervous. I mean, I had gotten myself to the point where my tummy was feeling a little ill prior to the live stream. But I said, you can do this. My husband told me, he said to me, he says, look, you're looking cute. He said, you're going to do fine. They're going to love you. That's what you call a supporting husband. He's a good man. He's a really good man, and I appreciate him too. But I am going to say, you know what? What's yummy? What did I miss? Somebody's talking about food. Oh, we're talking about the bread. Yes, I made for dinner tonight. I made my husband one of his favorite meals, enchiladas, and they were chicken enchiladas, and I haven't done it in years. And I used my chicken from my pressure canned chicken is what I use. And when you pressure can your chicken, it is so tender. I mean, when I say it's tender, it's so tender. So I used a jar of my pressure canned chicken, and I freeze my tortillas. So I buy them, especially if I can catch them on sale. I buy them, and I will take and put wax paper in between them. And this is another tip. I put wax paper in between them, and I freeze them. And so I have a good supply of my tortillas. So I just took some out the other day, put them on the table so that they could thaw out. And so I made tonight for my husband some enchiladas, and he said that they were delicious. So I have yet to go and I didn't want to eat because I was so nervous. So I have yet to go and have dinner. So if you guys have not had dinner, go have your dinner. Enjoy the rest of your night. I love you guys, and we're going to do this again. If there again is there, if you have suggestions for me, put them in the comment section. I'll look them over, and I'll see if I can do some videos that will cover the things that you're suggesting. Does that sound good? So until then, I love you and good night. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Grammy Yah.